You are an advocate of taxes on the rich. Are the states, the states bigger and smaller, are the states in general in time to impose them, or the rich are already too much more powerful than the states?
Yes, I mean, there obviously is that big political question, you know, even if you say that you have to make rich people pay more taxes. I mean, they already have all these tax havens, you know. They have all these transfer pricing schemes through multinational companies.
They even go away not to pay personal taxes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they go into tax exile. But you know, I think this is why we have democracy, to impose the collective will on individuals who refuse to cooperate with the general social arrangement. Yeah? So, you know, okay, I mean, this is a power struggle, this is a political struggle, but tax havens are the easiest things to abolish in the world. Yeah? Because all you need is that if 20, 30 major economies say that we are not going to protect any contract involving these, say, 50 tax havens in our court, they'll disappear like that. You know? It's the easiest thing to fix, you know? Technically. You know? It's the political problem. You know? There's no political will. You know? People who control the power structure, they don't want to abolish it. So, but you know, I mean, the things that you thought will never be abolished have been abolished. You know? Slavery, you know, child labor, you know, restrictions on the voting rights, yeah, based on the property ownership and so on. So yeah, let's keep pushing it. But may I add that actually, if you want a kind of a good fiscal system, you should tax not just the rich, but everyone. Yeah? I mean, this is quite important, because if you create a system where only people who are better off get taxed, then it creates the problem for the sustainability of the fiscal system. Yeah? Because they think they are not getting anything from this. Yeah? Contrast this with, for example, the countries like Denmark, where 60% of GDP is taken by the government through taxes. If you do a survey in Denmark, basically 90% of the people say they are happy with the level of tax they are paying. Yeah? Why? Because they think they are getting the worth for their taxes. Yeah? So, I advocate that richer people paying more taxes, but I think we need to be careful not to create this illusion that you can tax the top, I don't know, 10%
and not the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On inflation, you have said that a moderate rate of inflation is more compatible with growth than a zero inflation regime.
Yeah, this is shown by evidence. Yeah.
How do you suggest lowering inflation from a level of 100–120% annually, like Argentina, without drowning the economy with an orthodox adjustment?
No, this is a tricky thing, but what we have to understand is that inflation is in a way a very lazy way of resolving distributional conflict. So
how's that?
No, because in the economy, everyone's trying to increase their share. There's the underlying conflict. So workers want higher wages, capitalists want more profit, less taxes, and so on. So there's always this distribution struggle going on. Now, inflation is the very easy way to solve this problem, because what you are saying is that, well, do whatever you can to claim a bigger share, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah? And then sometimes the powers balance. Yeah? So the prices do not change that much, but there's a shock, like say war in Ukraine or corona pandemic, and then suddenly some groups become stronger and they try to claim more, and then others react, and that not always, but often creates this upward spiral in prices. Yeah? So if you want to solve this problem, I mean, you cannot solve it with orthodox monetary and fiscal policy, because it basically means, making downward adjustment. Yeah? I mean, it's like trying to cure the patient by killing him.
Killing him.
Yeah. So you shouldn't do that. So what you need to do is basically to work out a political compromise. Yeah? So if energy companies are making a lot of money because of this Ukraine war, can you tax them more to subsidize, say, the workers so that they don't demand higher wages? Yeah? Because if you don't do anything about this, energy companies take more money, workers demand higher wages, other companies have to pay higher energy bill, and then they say we need to raise prices. Yeah?
So without strong political power, we won't let inflation down.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily describe as a power. I mean, what you need is a social pact. Yeah? What you need is the political compromise. Yeah? I mean, if one group tries to just impose it on everyone else, it may work for a few years, but it becomes politically unsustainable. Yeah?
Bien, hasta aquí llegamos. Compartimos con ustedes casi toda la charla que